Well, happy day. This is Debbie Baker. Hopefully you know that. Thanks for watching. And I'm really glad to be here today. For those of you who are newer to this, I hope you get that I love doing these. When we started doing them 3 years ago, my face is because my cat is biting my sweater here. Okay, when we started doing these a few years ago, I don't know that I enjoyed them as much. I was probably a little bit nervous, and now it's more, oh, wow, okay, it's time again to do some video. Today, when I talk about, I do estate planning and probate, wills, trusts, I do elder law. Probate is probably 50% of what I do. And just recently, I've had people call and say, people have the strength to call an attorney within days of somebody dying, which I find absolutely astounding. The first thing I tell them is the thing to do now is grieve. There's nothing you need to do now. There's nothing immediate you have to do now. And if any of you have experienced that and people wonder and you start to freak out because you're sure there's something you have to do immediately, there's really not. There's really not. You need to take time to grieve, get to a place where you could have a conversation about the situation, and then find an attorney. And if you call an attorney who hopefully reassures you that the thing to do now is grieve, there you go, that's golden. And something that's come up several times in my career, and actually very recently, is a woman whose father died about a year ago, and there's some money in a bank account. Like a low 5 figures in a bank account, and she has no access to it. He died young. He was only 56. He died suddenly, and it was one of those things, we're going to get around to it, and they didn't. And so now she's in a situation where she needs to do a probate. And there were two considerations. One of her questions was, how long is that money safe in a bank before it disappears? It's certainly safe for at least probably 2 years, possibly as long as 5. And you can always check with a financial institution to know that. I don't know that if it's state specific or financial institution specific or even specific to bank accounts versus investments, but it's got to be at least a couple of years. And she's going to call and verify that. And then the other thing is, at least in Florida, if probate is not filed, if probate is filed where there are liquid assets, bank accounts, IRAs, whatever, and they aren't beneficiary designated, they are available to creditors, whether that's credit cards or loans or the telephone bills or something like that. The person filing the probate has no personal responsibility to pay any of those debts at any point ever, unless for some reason they're a co-owner of a like if they co-signed a bank loan or they co-signed a car loan or something like that. They have no personal responsibility, and the money is available to people who file claims. And what I've advised several people to do, if they were able to do it from an emotional standpoint and a financial standpoint, is wait to file the probate until 2 years and 1 day after the person died. Because at that point, at least in Florida, I'm not sure about every state, all creditor claims are barred. And if nobody's filed a claim, then you can file your probate and get the entire value of the asset. And I don't know what this particular person is going to do. The one who called me recently, she was going to call her bank and get some idea, if they could tell her, of how long the money will be secure there, which I think is smart. And then she may wait until 1 day after the second anniversary of her loved ones dying, or she may not. And she's going to make a more informed decision by knowing that if she can wait till after that second anniversary, nothing is going to change other than we don't have to notify creditors. I've had several people who've done that. There's not a lot of money. I had one recently that we're going to finish up hopefully in the next day or two, where it wasn't a lot of money, and there are people who were gifted things in this decedent's will. And by waiting the 2 years, she didn't have to deal with any creditors taking whatever is left for her to get. So it's just something to consider. If you're looking at the the sad situation of having to start a probate, be sure that you find somebody that you can trust. You ask for recommendations by all means. One couple of people over the last year, my social media guy will be very happy to hear this. I said, well, how did you find me? And they said, we found you online and you look like somebody we could work with. I think in all those situations, they wound up hiring me. It was just a nice endorsement, if nothing else, of my picture on my website, which happens to be one of my favorite pictures of me. If you're confronted with probate, know that you can wait. There's no urgency in it, because if it's a probate situation, you're not getting access to things instantly. If it's urgent for whatever reason for you, then file it and trust that the attorney you hire will get the job done for you, will keep you informed, and establish at the front what that means like to you. I mean, for me, I tell my clients, do not text me, bunches of reasons. They're not, I'm sure, I don't know about admissible is the right word, but they're not easily translated into a tracking system. We all have streams of texts where you start out with a question about what do you love about your life, and the next thing you know, you're talking about toasted coconut donuts from Dunkin' Donuts. Who am I? Kind of things. And you can't track. You can't easily cut and paste. If you do it in an email, it's easy for the attorney and for you to go back and track it. But to find communication, you may want only phone calls. You may want only emails. You may want only texts. Well, that may be a place where, to accommodate the attorney and doing the best job for you, would be important for you to find some kind of compromise. Even so, just define it and know that your job when somebody you love passes is to grieve, whatever that looks like for you. And then get it done when you're ready to get it done. And remember that for the most part, there's no hurry about it. Those are my thoughts on that for the moment. So have a great day. When you see the video, please like, comment, and share. I can always use referrals, and I take them very seriously and treat them very well. Have a great day.